Get ready for main dictation, November 1979. Start. Friends, at the outset, I would like to express my thanks to all of you here for inviting me to inaugurate the 18th All India Paper Traders Association Conference. It gives me great pleasure to be here to speak to you on this occasion. I'm sure that after this formal inauguration, you will have a business session to discuss many of the problems that are peculiar to the paper industry and the paper trade. In this connection, I would like to make a few general observations. The paper industry is a growing industry in our country. The indigenous production of paper cannot fully meet the demands of the various group of users in the country. Paper is a product which, apart from essential commodities like food and clothing, has probably the maximum number of users. School and college students for their notebooks and textbooks industry with its demands for packaging and specialty papers and the entire nation for its daily communication are dependent on this product. The nature of the commodity that you trade in therefore gives a unique status to your trade and places upon you a special responsibility in the context of holding the price line, increasing the availability to the consumer, etc. The student community should not suffer on account of short supply and they depend on you. In 1974, there was an acute shortage of white printing paper in the country, and a production control order was issued in the make available white printing paper to the educational institutions and government. By this 30% of production of printing paper of selected mills has been set apart for educational purposes, but this is only a small percentage of just a select variety of paper and leaves the major share of paper and paper products for trading. It is in respect of this major share of paper that you have to be vigilant and by holding the price line help the government to contain inflationary tendencies. It is quite usual in the case of products that are in short supply that the distribution is controlled by a few and artificial trading conditions are created to the disadvantage of the consumer. I am sure this association will ensure that such practices do not occur. In certain situations, the trade has to be take the initiative to change the habit of the consumer to reorient the industry. I am talking about handmade paper. This paper is made in small quantities in the cottage industry sector, but to that limited extent, it provides employment in the rural and urban areas. You, as a large trading association, can contribute largely to the development of handmade paper and promotion of resultant employment by organizing some centers of production and taking up the marketing of the paper thus produced. You will not enlarge your trading operations but will sustain employment. This is an example I am giving you of the kind of role you can play. Letter dated 25th September 1978 from the President, Fertilizer Consumers Association, West Main Street, Tanjavur, to the Secretary to the Government of Tamil Nadu, Department of Agriculture, Fort St. George, Madras 9. Dear Sir, we experience short supply of fertilizers in the district, especially during the second crop season. The cooperative societies express their inability to help us in the matter. Whenever we inquire, they say that manufacturers are not in a position to send the supplies to them. Moreover, the small farmers are not able to get their required quantity of fertilizers on credit. as the big landlords are in a position to make on the spot payment. There are circumstances when surplus quantity is available with big landlords. Small farmers have to pay excess money to get fertilizers. This society is formed to cater to the needs of small farmers whose holdings do not exceed 5 acres, and majority of our members belong to the scheduled caste and backward community. Therefore, we are confident that the government will do their best in ensuring prompt and timely supply of fertilizer to the cooperative societies and liberalize credit facilities. Hoping to hear from you yearly. Yours faithfully.